On April 14th, thousands of merch by Amazon sellers woke up to an email that felt like a nightmare. No warning, no build-up, just one message, and in an instant, their entire business model was flipped upside down. Now, if you only publish on Amazon KDP, you might think this doesn't affect me. But you are wrong. Amazon operates two massive print-on-demand engines, KDP for books and Merch by Amazon for products like t-shirts, hoodies, phone cases, mugs, tumblers, even pillows. And what just happened on the merch side is a total game changer. It's not just a policy update, it's a clear message that the era of free organic traffic might be coming to an end. The real question every creator needs to ask right now is this: what happens when this same email lands in your KDP dashboard tomorrow morning? Imagine your royalty rate being cut in half overnight because you didn't play the game correctly. Today, we are breaking down what actually changed, why Amazon is effectively punishing organic sellers, and why the KDP community needs to start preparing for a structural shift before it's too late. On April 14th, this is the email merch sellers received.
Beginning June 1st, 2026, we will introduce royalty incentive groups for sales in the U.S. store. Content creators who generate a high percentage of U.S. sales from driving any non-organic traffic will have their royalty rates increased. Content creators who generate a low percentage of sales from driving any non-organic traffic will have their royalty rates decreased, and content creators in the middle will not see changes to their royalty rates. Non-organic traffic consists of any traffic we identify as being driven by you, including via ads, whether on or off Amazon, or social media. Royalty rates for sales outside of the US store, EU stores and Japan store are unchanged.
Let's start with the key part of that email: non-organic traffic. At first glance, you might not even realize what's going on here. This is Amazon, the biggest e-commerce platform in the world, a machine that already has insane organic traffic. So you might read this and think, oh, they are just rewarding sellers who bring extra traffic, people who run ads or use social media. What's the problem? Sounds fair, right? Well, not really. Because to actually understand what's happening, we need to look at Amazon's own explanation. On their official page, they divide sellers into three royalty groups: Creator, Plus, Premium. Now let's break this down. Creator. They call it standard royalty rates. Sounds nice. Sounds normal. Sounds like nothing changed. But yeah, standard. We will come back to what that actually means in a second. Plus, enhanced rates for creators who actively drive at least 15% of unit sales with non-organic traffic. Premium. Highest rates for top performers who drive at least 35% of unit sales with non-organic traffic. Now read that again carefully, because this is where things start to shift. Now as we scroll down the page, Amazon says this: for the US store, Plus Group and Premium Group will receive 2 times and 2.16 times the Creator Group rates respectively. When you read this, you might think, okay, if at least 15% of my sales come from ads or external traffic, I'm going to earn 2 times more royalties. That sounds amazing, right? Like, why wouldn't you want that? But unfortunately, that's not what this means. And I know a lot of you watching this are mainly KDP sellers. So your brain automatically translates this as bring some extra traffic, get rewarded, win-win. But that's not the reality here. The reality is actually very different. Right now, if you sell a t-shirt on Merch by Amazon for $15.99, you make about $1.93 in royalty. But after June 1st, if at least 15% of your sales do not come from ads or external traffic, that number drops to 96 cents. Yes, half. So in simple terms, what you are earning today gets cut in half. Let's break down the new system in a very simple way. We now have 3 levels. Creator, if you do not bring at least 15% of your sales from ads or external traffic, your royalties are cut in half. Basically, you are punished for not driving traffic yourself. Plus, if you manage to bring at least 15% of your sales from ads or any external source, nothing changes. You stay at the current rate. $1.92 per sale. So this is not a bonus. This is just avoiding the penalty. Premium: if more than 35% of your sales come from ads or external traffic, your royalty increases slightly. Instead of $1.92, you earn around $2.07. A small increase for a much big effort. So when you look at the system as a whole, it's not really a reward structure. It's more like this. If you want to stay where you are today, you now have to start paying for traffic. Otherwise, your baseline earnings get reduced automatically. Now here's where things get more interesting. I don't know what you think about Amazon essentially pushing sellers toward advertising spend. Some might say, stop overthinking it, just learn ads and play their game. But I want to ask something simple here. If every seller is now forced into advertising just to maintain their current income, what do you think happens to ad costs? Of course they go up, and we all know what happens when competition increases in ads. Clicks get more expensive, margins get tighter, and organic sellers slowly get squeezed out. And personally, I do see this as a kind of indirect penalty on organic sales. Now here's the bigger picture. If something like this ever gets introduced into KDP, I honestly wouldn't be surprised. Because after last year's royalty changes, a lot of low content publishers and new sellers already started leaving the platform. Simply because the numbers stopped making sense for them. And if merch sellers suddenly see their royalties cut in half, I don't think many of them will stick around either. At this point, these changes don't really feel like a small improvements anymore. They feel more like a way of slowly pushing sellers out of the system. Instead of directly shutting accounts down, you just make the system harder and less profitable until people leave on their own. And this is happening in a much bigger context too. After AI, competition has already increased massively. We are already seeing royalties shrink, margins compress, and differentiation become harder every single month. Like I mentioned in a previous video, in the near future, it's not just t-shirts or low-content books. Even design work itself might change completely. Amazon customers might simply start using AI prompts to create their own t-shirt designs and notebook covers, which basically removes the creator from the equation entirely. So at this point, the question is not just about merch by Amazon or Amazon KDP anymore. It's about preparation. Because what looks like a simple royalty update today can easily become a structural shift across all Amazon creator systems tomorrow. Let me know what you think about this. Do you think KDP could introduce something similar? Or is this just a merch specific experiment? If Amazon brings this exact system to KDP, what's your move? Would you start running ads just to keep your current royalties? Or would you walk away from the platform entirely? Let me know in the comments below. See you soon in the next video.